So I want to talk about March energy. I want to do like a March energy update in this video to see what energy we can expect to experience with March. I've already kind of tapped into it, and I have a crystal here that I was guided to bring in this video. This is Labradorite. So it helps with a protective shield around your aura. And it also helps with, let me look at my notes because I forget the rest. So it helps us through change and also imparting strength and perseverance, which is huge for March because with where we're headed energetically, with the pandemic, with shifting and changing and evolving spiritually, we really could use this crystal's help. So Spirit guided me to bring about this crystal, to recommend this crystal rather, for the month of March. So get you some labradorite if this resonates with your soul, because I feel it's going to be very helpful for the month of March. And on that note, I want to get right into the cards and see what we got coming through. So when I was tuning into it earlier today, the message that I was receiving, I wasn't really paying attention, so I'll shuffle in a minute. The message that I was receiving was to have gratitude for your teachers. Now, what does that mean? Gratitude for your teachers as far as the good, the bad, the ugly. So somebody who persecutes you, somebody who shows you love and kindness, somebody who yells at you, puts you down, or somebody who uplifts you and makes you feel loved. These are all teachers that are sent by your higher self, that have been predestined according to your soul contracts, according to your pre-incarnation plan, if you will. And these teachers have been sent to you at certain points in time in your journey in this life to help awaken certain things, to help teach you certain things, to help you explore certain hidden aspects of yourself, as well as triggering you. So triggers, in my understanding, in my perspective of it, is a fractal of light coming back to your light body when you get triggered. So there's a wound within you that then gets reflected back to you through the situation at hand, whether it's somebody attacking you or somebody doing something that triggers you, saying something. That is a wound surfacing within you. And when you can sit with that trigger and not react to it, but rather feel into it, to release it and heal it and explore it for what it really is, what it's really showing you, then you gain the knowledge and the wisdom from that experience, which then allows more light to enter into your light body. So that darkness within, that shadow aspect within, gets purged out and more light is now able to enter back into you. And that trigger is kind of like a reflective mirror, so to speak, showing you a wound within yourself that needs to be released, or a shadow aspect of you that needs to be healed, so that that fractal light can come back to you and be at one with you again. Have gratitude for your teachers, whether they are good or bad, because it's all one and the same in Spirit's eyes. It's all neutral. It's all from a neutral perspective, if you will. So if we can have gratitude for our teachers, we can really gain a lot in the month of March for what we learn and for what is being mirrored back to us. So Metatron is coming forward right now, who is one of my main spirit guides, and he has, I feel, a huge message to add to that. What do you want to share to add to having gratitude for teachers? What do you want to share for the month of March? Okay, he's saying split the deck and pick that card. Trust the niggle. You know, it's so funny. When I was shuffling earlier, this card came out, and I had a feeling this card was going to come back. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? This is kind of relating back to the triggering. The niggle is the trigger, I guess you would say, in the situation. I'm going to also read from the book. He's saying there might be some more juice in there that I can add to what my own perspective is of this card. So with this card, you see the darkness behind her, and she is in color. So for the month of March, the darkness that we go through, it's just to show us a wound. It's just to show us where we haven't yet healed. It's just to show us an aspect, a shadow aspect of ourselves. The darkness that exists outside of us is also a reflection of what's inside of us. What we see out on the big screen TV outside of our own individual selves is a reflection of what's going on within. Yes, it's a bigger stage. Yes, there's going to be a lot more chaos, but you can gain wisdom and knowledge through what's being reflected back to you. So in this card, the darkness that is surrounding her, and you see the color of her, which is purple. This is intuition. This is higher perspective. This is leading me to the third eye chakra, seeing it for what it really is, seeing through the lies, seeing through the energy to get to the depths of what it is that's being reflected back to you, so that you can then release this shadow aspect that needed to purge, so that more light can come in to brighten your essence and make you feel full of life and more full of color, so to speak. All right, so I'm going to put this card back up here one more time on screen. I'm not going to hold it though, but I'll put it back on screen for you so you can read into this card with me. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling, try as you might, it's there and it ain't going nowhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is a narrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Most people think that intuition is something from the higher realms. There we go with intuition, guys. But in fact, that is the body, that is the intuitive one. Working through our senses to deliver vibrational information, it takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You are being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path. And then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. Work your light inquiry. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? So that just sums up what I was just saying about the niggle, meaning your triggers. So whatever is being triggered within you in the month of March is a blessing in disguise, because that is a shadow aspect of you, a wound within you that is surfacing and ready to be released and healed and let go of, to purge out so that you can collect more light within. The more light you gain within yourself, the less room the darkness has to hide within you. So this darkness, this shadow aspect of ourselves will get smaller and smaller and smaller as we keep doing the work, as we keep allowing these wounds to surface, allowing the shadow to reveal itself and show what it's trying to teach us. Is it trying to get our attention with something we're doing to ourselves? Is it trying to help bring perspective to something that maybe we've not looked at in a certain way? There's so many lessons and blessings within triggers. We just have to see it for what it is. It's a neutral perspective of this isn't bad and this isn't good. It's just trying to show you something or trying to heal that wound within you that maybe got suppressed years ago or maybe eons ago from past lives. And now you, at this point in time, your soul is ready to release that, to heal that, to purge that. So you can be collecting more fragmented pieces of your light that have needed to come back to you. It's just coming back to you through this trigger. So let's see what other messages want to come through with that. What other messages do we have for March? Okay. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. We are birthing in a new age on this planet. We are moving into the age of Aquarius, which, pending your belief, may or may not happen for a couple hundred more years. Maybe it's already here, maybe it's not here. It doesn't matter. We are birthing in a new era on this planet, regardless of what your beliefs are. You can feel the energy for what it is. We are no longer the same people that we were yesterday, let alone prior to this pandemic. We have a lot that we are releasing and purging within us as an individual. Each individual is purging and releasing their own wounds, their own trauma, their own pain, and collecting back more fragments of their soul, more pieces of their soul. And that is not an easy task. That is very challenging at times. It's very trying at times, and you will, like this card, be very triggered in order to obtain and to birth in this new age. So that's what's happening on an individual level. Take that to the collective level. In March, it's going to be a lot of purging, a lot of triggering, a lot of what appears to be quote-unquote chaos, energetic chaos in the form of emotional release. A lot of people are going to feel in their emotions, I feel, in the month of March. There's going to be much need for compassion for one another, for where we're headed. And each person is on their own individual journey. So we need to have respect for where the other person is and not condemn and not judge. Judgment is a very big thing on this planet that we as a collective need to move past. And we can't do that until we stop judging ourselves. So I feel in the month of March, there's going to be a reflection of judgment. This is just happening because you at some point along your journey have judged. You at some point along your journey have done to those what then is being reflected back to you. So it's split up into two parts. March is going to be about lessons and clearing wounds and traumas, but it's also about bringing in blessings and new beginnings and new awakenings. As you keep ascending along your journey, you will have new versions of your awareness awakening to you to help you understand a new perspective, a higher perspective of how this universe operates, of how you operate. A lot of us are getting in tune with who we really are, seeing what lights our fire, what doesn't light our fire, what resonates with us, what doesn't resonate with us. And March is symbolic of spring in America or in my area of the world. So with this energy comes new growth. So as you keep releasing these wounds, keep working on yourself, releasing these traumas without judgment of yourself or judgment of those who bring these triggers to you, to allow yourself to release that wound, there's going to be so much spiritual growth in the month of March. And that's why this crystal is going to be very helpful, because it's going to put a protective shield around your aura to prevent negativity, outsiders' negativity from penetrating your aura if you feel you need that extra protection. And, you know, the color purple, this is also bringing me to the color of the crystal amethyst, which is purple. Amethyst is a good crystal for negativity as well, and intuition as well, to guard you and clear negativity. So And same with black tourmaline. I'm being drawn to black tourmaline now too. So there's going to be so much growth at an individual level, but also a collective level. We're purging a lot. We're starting to heal deeper aspects of ourselves that were hidden, that are coming to the surface. And it's going to be based around, I'm feeling, the sacral chakra area. We are going to be tested like crazy. We are going to be triggered like crazy. But we need to protect our aura, protect our energy, and use the tools that we know work for us, whether that's saging, whether that's crystals, whether that's going on walks, whether that's salt baths, meditation, whatever tools you have, use them in the month of March, because they're going to be very, very much needed. And this is all divinely instructed. This is not to put fear. This is not to make you worry or stress. This is all happening for a reason. We need to release and purge this darkness within, if you will, this shadow aspect of ourselves. It needs to purge. It's time. It needs to happen. And as above, so below, as within, so without. So as we purge individually, there's going to be a lot of purging with Mother Earth as well. There's going to be shifts and changes with Mother Earth, earthquakes, storms. There is going to, you can't make this up. Look at the storms in the background. There's going to be a lot of storms. There's going to be a lot of things happening with Mother Earth's energy as she harnesses and takes on all the energy that we're purging energetically. She has to take that on and transmute it and then purge it out herself to realign her chakras, to help transmute that energy outside of this realm, so to speak, to heal it and transmute it, which is what all of us are doing at an individual level. And so therefore it's going to be reflected out into the collective, because it's that whole mirror thing again. March is literally a huge, huge, major reflection of all of this purging, so to speak. So what else? Maybe a little bit more positive energy. Let's see what else. I mean, not that this is negative, but I feel there is a lot of growth coming. There's going to be, just like the flowers grow, just like nature blooms in the springtime. Okay. There's a lot of messages that just came in. So let's see here. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So we need to not fit in. We need to stand out. We need to not be afraid to show our authentic selves. And this is also about having gratitude for those who come and show you where you're not being authentic and triggering you, that makes you feel fear or shame towards who you are. Have gratitude for this reflection, because that is literally just going to show you where you're not in your power and where you need to regain your power and recollect your authentic self and really be within your power and start showing it for the month of March. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. This is about collecting that fragmented light back into yourself. As you release these triggers and heal these wounds, these shadow aspects, you're collecting those fragmented bits of light that were needing to come back in to collect into your soul. More fragments of your soul is coming back in with this light that's coming in. And there it is again with the protection and, protecting your energy. What can you do to protect your energy? Use those tools and call back your power. Akash, your guidance is divinely guided. Yes, so you are going to be guided. You are going to always be guided. You never were not guided. It's about being open and receptive to the guidance that wants to come in. As you heal these wounds, more and more clarity is going to come, more light is going to come, and you will allow yourself that higher perspective, that higher wisdom to infiltrate, because you are no longer, not in a receptive mode. March is all about being receptive. What is this? Yes, just say yes. Say yes to March. Say yes to the triggers. Say yes to the learning. Say yes to all that is trying to come in the month of March, that is going to be challenging, that is going to be healing, that is going to be reflective, that is going to be eye-opening. that is going to give you more power, in addition to more healing, in addition to more clarity. All right, so those are the messages I had for you guys. I hope you have an amazing March. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be a little bit rocky. It's going to be a little bit stormy, but it's also going to be very healing and amazing. So get your crystals, get your sage, get your salt baths going, and don't resist the change. Don't resist the trigger. Feel into it and feel it to heal it. All right, guys, I'll see you in another video. Bye.